everybody, my name is Eddie Moon and today I will be teaching you guys how to windmill. Now windmill is one of those moves where you see it, you hear about it, and you know it and you want to learn it because it looks so cool and you try to rush into it and you try to kick your legs. But the most important thing about this move is patience. You need to learn how to take your time and just calm down and take it slow first so that you can build up speed afterward. A freeze that you need to know before you begin windmills is turtles. If you click right here, it's a tutorial that I made, and I also give tips and advices on the freeze turtle. So before you begin, it's important that you stretch. So remember to stretch both your right and left legs, stretch out your wrists, stretch out your shoulders, and stretch out your neck. Alright, let's begin. So the first thing you'll learn how to do is collapse. Go into a turtle freeze position with your knees on the ground. Next, you'll push yourself backwards by bending your arm and fall onto your right shoulder. Now once you collapse, it's important that both of your arms are inside your body and not out. So next, you're going to learn how to wind your windmill so you can gain momentum for the first drop. So first, you want to make sure that your fingers are pointing to the side. Afterwards, you remove your left foot towards your right foot, and then your right foot's going to take a step out. And then your fingers are now pointing downwards between your two legs. After you wind up, you want to lift up both your feet and your knees and slowly turn back to normal. So each time you're winding up, and then you're repositioning back to normal. Winding up and repositioning back to normal. So after you wind up and then you release, you will slowly kick your left leg towards the heaven. So you want your foot to face the ceiling. Ultimately, you want to lift up your left leg as high as you can so that your right leg can kick under. Once your legs are open and your left leg is in the air, you're going to swing your right leg. And as you swing your right leg, you're going to collapse your arms. And you'll fall onto your right side of the arm or your right shoulder. At first, this process might not make any sense to you, but the more you do it, the more you'll understand it. You'll have to fail a lot and you'll have to get hurt a lot in order to understand. If you're having a hard time lifting up your left legs to the ceiling, I recommend you to keep your right foot down and keep your left leg up and stay in this position for at least 30 seconds. The longer you hold it, the more you understand it and it'll become muscle memory. So every time you fall down into a windmill, you'll remember to kick your left leg that high. So now it's important that once you've collapsed, you have to keep your legs open. Make sure one is not straight and one is bent. Make sure they're not bending. Make sure they're not scissoring. So once you collapse and you're on your back, your leg is open and straight, and your arms are both in, it's important that you don't try to flip over to the second one. This is one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of beginners make when starting this move. So after you've collapsed into your first windmill and you're on your back, you want to stay there for about a good second or two. And then you're going to slowly crawl back up, use your left knee to help you crawl back up, and you'll reposition back to a turtle. It's okay if your knee touches the ground, but you have to make sure that your foot does not touch the ground. If you use your knees, you can slide through and continue on, but if you use your foot, you're gonna stop yourself. And that becomes a very, very bad habit. What's important for you to know is that when you're coming back up or when you're crawling back up, your left foot is dropped onto the ground, whereas now this time your right foot is pointing towards the ceiling. So it's kind of nearing each other. When you start, your left foot is in the air, and then when you're about to crawl back up, your right foot's in the air. So just take your time in kicking your leg, getting back up. Kicking your leg, getting back up. Kicking your leg, getting back up. And try to do multiple windmills as best as you can. So once you got comfortable with getting back up slowly and taking your time, you can start speeding up your windmills and getting momentum and try to do multiple windmills as best as you can. Now the past two examples that I showed you, I bended my knees, and that's something that you will probably most likely do in the beginning. There comes a time where you have to start caring about your form. So you can't always be bending your knees and doing windmills. So straight leg is the key, and that's where you want to get to later on. So once you've gotten like 10 ugly ones, you want to restart and try to get one really good one, and then two really good ones, and so forth and so on. So I'm going to show you guys the evolution of your process. 2, 2, 2. that'll be the end of this tutorial. Hopefully you guys enjoyed learning how to windmill. If it was hard for you, if you have any questions, ask me in the comment section below and I will gladly answer. Also, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe for future tutorials and of course some vlogs, and share it with a friend or anyone that you know that would be interested in learning the windmill. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this vlog. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And remember to stay passionate, inspired, and grateful in all that you do, and I'll see you guys next tutorial over. Goodbye.